Welcome to the Europe section of the Geotastic No Labels, No Borders tutorial. We're going to be taking a look at 54 flags and countries and learn every single one of them. Most countries and flags are very well known by people, some are not, but what matters is that we're going to learn how to identify every single flag and country and even click on the smallest countries in Europe without the borders. So let's dive right into the game and start learning together. So our first country for Europe it's gonna be Greenland, and for the flag we have a horizontal double band. We have the white on top and the red on below, and we have the circle here with the mirrored colors. So we have a red on top and white on the bottom part of the circle. So yeah, this is the flag for Greenland. And Greenland, it's all of this portion here. So clicking everywhere here, it's gonna get us Greenland nice and easy. I know that the location of Greenland it's kind of more North American than European, but I put Greenland on the Europe section because it's an autonomous territory of Denmark, so it has European relation and it can even be counted as a Nordic country. So yeah, that's why it's here on the Europe section and not on the North American one. But yeah, Greenland, it's everywhere here. Clicking everywhere, it's gonna count for Greenland. So let's guess. There we go, we got it. So yeah, not much to explain here. Of course, there's way more north. Uh, at least for me on my screen, I couldn't see it completely, but there's no need because all we have to do is click here on this portion of land. Our second European flag is Iceland. It has the famous Nordic cross and has the blue black background and this cross that kind of reminds of us of England. So yeah, blue background and the white and red cross. So let's identify Iceland. Iceland is basically this big island here east of Greenland. So clicking everywhere here, it's gonna get you Iceland, no mistake. Maybe a couple meters into the ocean, but nothing complicated here. Just click anywhere in this island and you're gonna get Iceland pretty easily. See, there we go. Our third country on Europe that we're gonna be seeing is Faroe Islands. Just like Iceland, it has the Nordic cross, but this time it is a white background, the blue outline, and the red cross. So for Faroe Islands, we saw that Greenland is here, Iceland is here, and next is Faroe Islands. It's this section right here, pretty easy. It also it has some hitbox around it, and you can click here or right on it. So let's guess. There goes for Faroe Islands. Of course, don't click here because here is already the UK, and not too close to Iceland to avoid any misclicks. So next we have UK, and for the flag, it's maybe one of the most known flags in the world, but since we are explaining every flag, let's take a look. It's the dark blue background. We have the cross here, big red cross on the middle, and we have the X behind the cross, and we have the pretty thick white outline here. And yeah, I think everyone knows this flag. But if you didn't, there it is, the UK flag, United Kingdom flag. For clicking on UK, it's around here. Our attention is going to be focused here. Of course, we can click everywhere on the Great Britain island, and also here on the Northern Island region. So yeah, I think maybe you know about Great Britain, but it's everywhere here at this island. Not here because this is Isle of Man, don't click here. So yeah, clicking here everywhere on this island, it's gonna get you UK. Also we have these islands here that also counts. Yeah, most people click around here on here is England. We have England, Wales, and Scotland, and then Northern Ireland. They all are part of the United Kingdom. So yeah, let's guess here. Yes, as you can see, we have England, Wales, Scotland, and then Northern Ireland. And also these islands count for UK. Next we have Ireland, and for the flag we have a vertical triband with green, white and orange. Plain flag, no coat of arms, no symbols or anything. For clicking on Ireland, we're going to be focusing our attention here on this left island. So we just learned that UK is all over here on the Great Britain island and a little bit of this part here on Northern Ireland. So all we have to do for clicking Ireland is you have to everywhere here on this island, it's going to be Ireland. And also a tiny bit of portion here on this coast is still Ireland, but it's easy to misclick on Northern Ireland, so I don't advise you guys to click around here. Just click on everywhere else here on the island and it's gonna be fine. Okay, so let's guess. There we go, we got it. And as I said, we have a little bit of portion here on this coast for Ireland territory, but it's easy to misclick on UK here for Northern Ireland. Next we have the Isle of Man, and for the flag we have a dark red background, and here in the middle we have a Triskelion made of 3 legs with armor, and that's basically it. It's a very funny, in my opinion, and unique flag with the Triskelion made out of legs. So to click on Isle of Man, it's just simply this island here between the Great Britain island and Ireland and Northern Ireland, and just click right here and you're gonna get it. The hitbox, it's not too big, so if I click around it, it's not gonna place any pins, so you basically have to click right on the island, and yeah, that's it. So let's guess. Of course, avoid moving too much, can be easily misclick around here, so just focus on clicking right on the island to get it done. So our next flag is Portugal. Portugal has green and red vertically, mostly red, and the coat of arms, part of the country's coat of arms on it. So let's identify Portugal on the map, learn how to click and everything else. So we're gonna focus our attention here in Iberia, where Portugal is located, and the country is basically this L-shaped thing here. Just click anywhere here, and just be careful not to click up here because it's already Spain. Okay, so yeah, avoid this upper part, focus on clicking around here where I'm placing the pins, and you can also click here, which is Azores Islands, and down here, I don't know if you guys can see it, there's a little island here that is Madeira Island. So you can click here and also in the country itself for Portugal, and it's gonna count for it. So let's click here and guess. See, here's Portugal area. As I said, avoid this upper part and you'll be fine. Just also don't go too much into the continent here, because you might hit Spain. So yeah, here's the capital, Lisbon, and also the areas that I also spoke about, Madeira and Azores, that also count for the country. So that's it for Portugal. So here we got the Spanish flag, so Spain. We have a triband consisting of red, yellow, and red again, with the yellow part, yellow section being much larger. And here we have the Spanish coat of arms, dislocated to the left. And this is the flag. It's a very known flag, very unique. So to click on Spain, we actually have a lot of interesting places, just like Portugal. We have a bigger region to click on the continent here. So everywhere starting up here until like here. Avoid clicking around here because we have the border between France. So click on this middle part of Iberia here. It's gonna get you Spain very easily. Okay, all around here. You can also click here on these islands, which is Mallorca, Ibiza, and etc. Also down here on these islands, that is the Canarias Islands, which belongs to Spain. So clicking here on these islands, and of course the main section of the country, it's alright. So let's guess. See, we have these islands counting, also this one here, and a lot of room to work with here in the middle. Just click on the middle, or maybe up here on the coast, whatever you feel more comfortable with. This is Gibraltar flag. It's very unique. It has this very wide white region here on top, and this red stripe in the bottom, and this castle with this yellow key here. It's very unique. There's no flag like this. So let's identify Gibraltar on the map. Gibraltar is located south of Spain here in this region here in the Mediterranean, and it's very small actually, and you might think it's zoom demanding, but no, we can actually click from this zoom rate. It has a pretty generous hitbox, so if we place a pin here, this pin, it's gonna get us Gibraltar. Focus on kind of clicking in the this middle here, not too much to the south, because the south here is gonna get you Morocco, and we don't want that. Clicking kind of north, actually, you might not hit Spain, so my recommendation is clicking middle to north. Not, of course, not too much close to Spain because it's gonna get you Spain. But our main concern is the south part here, south region, because it's gonna get you Morocco for sure. But north, leaning towards north is more safer. But yeah, just hit the middle. You don't actually have to be this close. You can click around here, and it's see here it's not counting anymore for anything. Yeah, here it's gonna count probably for Morocco or Spain. So focus on clicking close to this area here. So yeah, let's click and guess. And there we go, we got it. See, we click very far from it, and we still got it. So no need to zoom, and it can be done under 2 seconds easily if you practice your movement. But yeah, for pinpointing, just zoom in this area and look for this tip here. Don't go to north because it's already Spain. So yeah, but for country battle and flag battle, practice no zooming. It's gonna get you more points and put you ahead of your friends. So that's it for Gibraltar. So between Spain and France, we have this little nation called Andorra. Then this is the Andorra flag. It's vertically triband, blue, yellow, and red, with the coat of arms on the middle. And that's it. Just remember the coat of arms. You might think of Romania and stuff, but Romania doesn't have any coat of arms, and this is the coat of arms for Andorra. So to click on Andorra, it's a very tiny nation. It can be done with no zoom, but I'm gonna show you how to no zoom and how to hit it with zoom. So for no zooming Andorra, you're gonna focus your attention around here. You see this L-shaped with this section which is has dark green. So focus your attention here and place your cursor with, which is a cross of course, around here, like on top of the L, and you're gonna just figure it out where it is. It's just a matter of practice. I usually don't do this because it's kind of risky, but it can easily be done in my opinion. It's just that I prefer to zoom to guarantee my points. So yeah, just practice this movement here above this L dark thing, the dark green thing, and that's it. I'm gonna zoom and see if I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I think this will get me Andorra actually. So for hitting it with zooming, it's just this region here. You're gonna see the L's thing here. Just zoom in this area, and you're gonna see this light stains here that represents mountains. And look for this one here, and click north of it. Just kind of click here. It's safer. I'm not gonna change my pin because I'm gonna guess and see if I'm gonna get it correctly, but if I don't, it doesn't matter. I've done my job to explain to you guys how to click with no zoom. Just find this stain here and click north of it, and you're gonna get Andorra. And of course we have the city here. The city is the rivers, but there's no need to zoom too deep. You just need to zoom until there to find this stain. So let's guess here. Yeah, so this pin was no zoom, and I actually got it. So we got not much to work with here, but the main reference is this stain here. As soon as you see it, just click right above it, or maybe north of it, and you're gonna get Andorra. So next we have France, one of the most well-known flags. So it's a pretty simple one. We have the vertical triband, blue on the left, white on the middle, and red on the right. So for clicking on France, it's a pretty big country. I mean medium size, let's say. We just saw Andorra and Spain. We just learned that Andorra is between Spain and France. So this line here around here, it marks the border between Spain and France. So of course avoid clicking around here if you don't want to risk a misclick on Spain. But everywhere here you're gonna click everywhere. It's gonna count for France around this region here that I'm clicking. Don't click around here because it's gonna be Belgium and Netherlands. You can see these white spots here. It's Switzerland, and the border with Italy is around here. So yeah, just avoid clicking around here. Click everywhere here in this region. You're gonna get it. And also we have this island here, this upper one. Just only this one, of course, which is the Corsica Island. It's also French territory. Don't click on this other one because it belongs to Italy. We're gonna see it later. And also, of course, this one here count for Spain. We just learned that. So yeah, you can click on this island and everywhere around here in this region. Of course, avoid clicking around here, and of course not here on this section because we have other countries between France and UK. We're gonna see that later. So let's guess here. Yeah, as you can see, we have a pretty generous region to click. It has pretty good sub 1 second potential if you're fast on your flicks. So yeah, it's just like I said, the white spots, it's Switzerland, and this upper island counts for France as well. So within the French territory we have Monaco, specifically on the south coast of France. Monaco is a very tiny country, it's a principality, and this is the flag. It's easily easily mixed with Poland and Indonesian flag. But Poland is the most distinct one because it's among these three, it is the only one with white on top. So Poland flag is white on top and red in the bottom, and Monaco and Indonesia have red and white. So how do we differentiate Monaco and Indonesia? First, this is the Monaco flag, and as you can see, the measures are not the usual for a regular flag. It's much shorter. Usually the flags starts here and ends here, so much like the Switzerland flag, it's kinda shorter. And Indonesia has the regular size. And the red here in the Monaco is darker, and the Indonesian is lighter, is more vibrant, and that's basically the two main differences. I mean, basically the only differences, let's say. The size Monaco flag is smaller, and the red is darker. So it's just a matter of getting used to them. When you start playing and comparing those flags, you'll be able to tell the difference right away. So let's learn how to click in Monaco. It also can be done with no zoom, no need to try to find it on the map, at least for flag battle and country battle. So our attention is going to be focused down here, south of France, and this north section of Italy and the Mediterranean. So all we need to do is find Corsica, this island here that belongs to France, and we're just gonna click north of it. Okay, so if we place a pin here, this pin is gonna get us Monaco. I'm very sure this placement here is considered as Italian ocean, but it's still gonna get us Monaco. So yeah, focus our attention around here. You can click kind of close to the coast or around here. See every of those pins here. It's gonna get me Monaco. Okay, so I'm gonna guess here. See, we got it. We were kind of far from it, and this is actually Italian Ocean here. Here's the border between France and Italy, and it still counts for Monaco. Okay. So if you need to zoom, if you're maybe playing pinpointing, just do the same process. Focus on north of Corsica, and you're gonna find the Nice airport here on the coast very easily, and also this tip here, this bay, and you just go kinda to the right and you're gonna find this port sections here for boats and stuff, and that's basically it for Monaco. You're gonna find the Monaco stadium, and that's it for Monaco. No need to zoom for flag battle and country battle, and for pinpointing just zoom in this region, find the I mean, I like to use the airport as some reference, or maybe if you can zoom directly to here, that's the best part, of course. Next we have Guernsey. Guernsey is the first island of a little sequence that we're gonna have now, which is the Channel Islands. And for the flag we have the red St. George cross here representing the relationship with the English crown. And we also have this golden cross here within the red cross representing the historical relationship with the Duchy of Normandy. So this is the flag for Guernsey, and we actually have a lot of cross related stuff here for Guernsey because we have two crosses on the flag, and also we have a cross alignment for clicking on the island. So of course, since we're talking about the Channel Islands, we're gonna be focusing our attention here on the English Channel, of course between northern France and south of England. So we're gonna be looking towards the north coast of France here on Normandy. So our cross alignment here, we're gonna align this way. So the right end of our cross is gonna be touching this peak here on the French coast, and the south of our cross is gonna be touching the north coast of France here. So like this, if we click, we're gonna get a pin, and this pin is gonna get us Guernsey. So let's guess here. There it is, we got it. We didn't hit the land, but it's enough because the hitbox is pretty generous. As we can see, Guernsey is this bigger island here compared to these other ones. This one here is actually bigger than Guernsey. We're gonna see it next. So we have this green highlighted islands here. This is one here. This one here is Alderney. Alderney has its own flag, but it's not on the game. So it counts for Guernsey. And avoid clicking too much north here because we have a hitbox for the United Kingdom here. So it's very important you don't extend much of your cross here. It's important to do the alignment I showed you guys. And if you want, you can click here. You can look for this peak here on the French coast and click right left of it, and you're probably gonna hit Alderney. It's also gonna count for Guernsey, but the main and easiest process is the cross alignment that we did. Is the easiest one and can be done under 2 seconds, and you're gonna get a full score. The next Channel Island is Jersey, and for the flag we also have the white field. And now we have a X-shaped cross, and here is we have the Plantagenet yellow crown and the badge for Jersey. Okay, so just remember, for Guernsey we have the regular cross, and for Jersey we have the X-shaped cross. Okay, so for clicking on Jersey, of course same region here. But this time, instead of making the alignment like this, we're going to be focusing on clicking really close to this coast here of France. So basically around here, this pin is going to get us Jersey. It might seem we're going to hit France hitbox, but no, it is really close, and it's safe to click, guys. You might think you're gonna hit France, but trust me, you're not. So yeah, just get close to this north coast of France here, like this, here on this this angle, 90-degree angle here, and you're gonna get Jersey. So let's guess here. There we go, we got it. We even hit the south of the island. We could go a little bit to the north, but we still hit our target. Didn't hit France, and yeah, it's also it can be done under 2 seconds, and we're gonna get our full score. The next and last Channel Islands country is Sark, and for the flag we once again have the white field with the St. George's cross, but this time we have the 2 yellow lions here on the upper left corner with the red filling here as well. We don't have the white background here. So basically England flag with the 2 yellow lions here on the upper left corner. So for clicking on Sark is the hardest one to click among the 3 here. So the 3. So for Guernsey and Jersey, they are bigger islands and they are easy to click. But for Sark, it can be done without zooming, but it's a smaller island comparing to Guernsey and Jersey, and it's easy to hit Guernsey or Jersey while trying to hit Sark. So what we have to do is again stay close to the French coast here, but this time on the vertical end here instead of this horizontal one. So for Guernsey, we learned that we have Alderney Island here on the close to this peak, so we don't want to stay close to the north here, and also not too much to the south because we're gonna hit Jersey. So we kinda have to hit not the middle because the middle will count for Jersey, but let's say the middle of the northern section here, let's say. So yeah, and of course stay close to the coast here of France um, because if we move too much far from the coast, we're gonna hit Guernsey hitbox. And I'm actually not sure if this pin is gonna get a Sark. I'm gonna redo it here. Yeah, it's actually for me it's easier to hit when I'm on the go, like trying to hit it really fast. If I think about it too much and trying to do the lineup, it's for me it's actually easier to hit by doing this way. So I don't guarantee that I'm gonna get it right. But the process is this, guys. Just focus on clicking the midsection of the north here of the coast, not right north because you're gonna hit Alderney Islands that counts for Guernsey, and not on the mid or south because you're gonna hit um, Jersey. So I'm gonna guess here, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it right. But if I don't, it doesn't matter because I explained you guys the process of how to do it. But the hitbox, it's not so good for Sark because the Guernsey and Jersey hitbox are bigger and it's easy to hit them. So let's guess here. Oh, we actually got it, nice. As I said, if we hit the north here, we're gonna hit Alderney, and mid to south, it's gonna count for Jersey. So we have to focus on hitting the middle of the north section here, kind of, and kind of close to the coast. Of course, it's not too close, but from the standard zoom, every tiny movement we make, it makes a big difference here on the actual map. So if we kind of get too much distance from the coast, we're gonna hit around here, and we're gonna hit Guernsey. So yeah, just stay close to the coast and focus on hitting the middle section of the north part here on this vertical portion of coast of France. Next we have Belgium, and for the flag we don't have the standard measures. As we can see, the width of the flag is smaller, but for the design we have a simple vertical triband with black on the left, yellow on the middle, and red on the right. So for clicking on Belgium, we're gonna be focusing our attention around this region here. Belgium doesn't have a large coast, so I don't advise you guys to try to click on the coast because it's easy to hit either France or Netherlands. As you can see, we have this strait here, which is the Strait of Dover. Dover, it's a city here on England, and we have a city of Calais here on France. So this coast here is still France. So what we're gonna do for clicking on Belgium, we're gonna move our cursor to the right of this line here on France and click here on the continent, kind of far from the coast. Okay, so this region here is basically the most larger portion of the territory for Belgium. It's not a big country, but not so small either, so it's safe to click around here. So we're gonna look for this portion here on the French coast, and bring your cursor to the right when we got some distance from the coast. And yeah, this pin here is gonna get us Belgium. So let's guess. There we go. We hit basically in the middle of the country. As I said, the coast for Belgium it's not so big, so don't advise you guys to click on the coast when trying to hit Belgium, and just hit this center portion of the country. So next we have the Netherlands flag. Most people know this. It's basically the French flag, but horizontally we have red, white and blue stripes. And let's identify Netherlands. Okay, so we just saw that Belgium doesn't have much of a coast here, but for Netherlands it's quite the opposite. We have plenty of coast here, and it's very kind of unique, but because it has this very brittle parts here. So we can click kind of up here, maybe here on this tip, and also this coast breaking stuff here. You can also click here, and maybe kind of in the middle. It's not too big, so don't go too much into the continent. So yeah, clicking here, it's gonna get you Netherlands. See, we have plenty of coast here to work with, and it's a very unique coast. Very I mean, there's lots of parts here that the ocean kind of invades the country, so very distinguished coastal line for Netherlands. Next we have Germany, and for the flag we have a tri-band horizontally with the black, red and yellow on this sequence. Pretty well-known flag, and distinguished also. We don't have much color patterns like this when we're talking about countries. Okay, so for clicking on Germany we have a nice territory to work with here. So it's basically all of this region here. Here we have this kind of head, let's say, and some shoulders here. They all belong to Germany still. Don't go beyond this line here, because here's already Denmark, and to this side here we don't have much of coast here for Germany, because here's already Netherlands. On this side we can actually see a lake here. This lake marks the border between Germany and Poland. Okay, so the coast of Germany starts here and goes there and ends kinda here. We don't have much here on this side. Okay, also we have this lake here, so don't go beyond this lake line here, because here we have Switzerland and Austria. So this lake line here kinda makes us know where the border is. And also this sequence of dark green stains here also help us visualize the border on this side, because here is Czechia. So don't click here, it's not gonna work for Germany. Stay inside of this mid region here. Okay, so let's guess. There we go, we got it. As I said, the lake down here marks the makes us a imaginary line for the border. And as I was saying, we have this kind of head here, let's say, and some space here on the coast. As I was saying, the coast on this side here is bigger than here, and again that curve here on the border between Germany and Czechia. So just focusing on clicking on this mid region here. It's where we can avoid the misclicks and be safe. Next we have Luxembourg. For the flag we have a horizontal tri-band with red on top, white on the middle and light blue on the bottom. And yes, it's almost identical to the flag of Netherlands, but here we have lighter shades for the red and blue stripes. On the Netherlands one we have way more darker shades. So for clicking on Luxembourg, it's a small country. It borders Belgium, France and Germany. So our reference is this region here. Okay, so we can actually see we have two lines here of dark green coming in this direction, kind of pointing on to this center here, this one and this one here. So we're gonna click on the light green area and kind of leaning more towards this right line here. It's not there's no need to be perfect, the pen being perfectly centered here between those lines, because it's if we click actually if we click leaning more towards the left one, we're gonna miss it. We're gonna probably hit Belgium. So yeah, lean more towards the right line here. It's kind of, for me it reminds me of a tweezer, like grabbing onto something. Let me go back to the standard zoom here. Kind of, just imagine it's like a tweezer kind of grabbing into this part here, kind of pinching. So yeah, the lines pointing on this midsection here. So we're gonna click on the light green region to hit Luxembourg. So yeah, let's guess here. Click and guess. There we go. As you can see, I leaned more towards the right line here, and I actually hit the west of the country. So you can even go a little bit more further to hit Luxembourg. So yeah, as you saw, guys, it's possible with no zoom. I zoomed back there by accident, but then I went back to the standard zoom and did it. I did the pin with no zoom. But yeah, if you want to zoom for like pinpointing measures, just focus on zooming on this region here, of course, on the Belgium and north of France. You're gonna be seeing the sequence of cities here with the gray stains, and then we have the river, and just you're gonna look, we have the big city of Luxembourg here, we have the airport, and then you can kind of pinpoint stuff around here. So next we have Switzerland, and for the flag we have a not so common measure. We have a 1-to-1 portion here, a perfect square. And concerning the design, we have a red field with a big white cross here on the center. So for clicking on Switzerland, we are going to be focusing our attention here. So we have these two white spots here. Those are our main reference for clicking on Switzerland. So if we click on them, we're gonna hit Switzerland pretty easily. We have a lake here. From this zoom rate it's kinda hard to see, but we actually have a lake here. It's Lake Leman, and on the left end of this lake we have the city of Geneva, of course belonging to Switzerland, and it kind of marks the border between Switzerland and France. So I advise you not to click around the lake, just focus clicking on the white spots. I must warn you guys about this lower white spot here, because it marks the border between Switzerland and Italy. So if you click on it and leaning more towards the north portion of the white spot, you're gonna hit Switzerland, but if you click below it, you're gonna hit Italy. So my advice is focus on clicking on this upper one, on the upper white spot, to basically hit the middle of Switzerland. So let's guess here. There it is. So this is we clicked on the upper one, and the lower one is this one, the white spot, and as I said, it marks the border between Switzerland and Italy. And we actually could see this lake also, so it's good to keep in mind to stay bottom left of this lake here. to hit Switzerland. So yeah, that's it for Switzerland. Not that big of a country, but we have good references for clicking on it, so it's not too hard. So this is the Austrian flag, pretty well-known flag. We have white, red, red, white, then red again. Pretty simple, no symbols, no crests or stars, something. So it's a plain flag, very well known. So for clicking Austria, we're gonna focus our attention here on this darker section. Here, this portion is north of Italy. We got Milan, we got Venice here. So avoid clicking down here. Just focus on clicking on the middle of this darker section. This lake thing here kind of marks the border between Switzerland and Austria. Of course, we got Liechtenstein in the middle here between them. So yeah, you can also click kinda here because we have a little bit of a tail that Austria has, but I recommend you to click around here because it's the bigger portion of the country. So let's guess. There we go, you actually got the middle. We had a little much more room to click around here, and that's that tail that I just told you guys. That lake that we can see from above kind of marks the border between Switzerland and Austria, and Liechtenstein in the middle here. So yeah, focus on clicking on the dark section above Italy and Slovenia and you should be fine. So between Switzerland and Austria we have a tiny country called Liechtenstein, and this is the flag for it. We have a bicolor horizontal bands. Okay, so we have blue on top and red on the bottom, and here on the upper left corner we have this beautiful golden crown. This flag can be mixed with the Haiti flag on the Caribbean, but for that flag it's the same colors here, but for that one we have the Haiti coat of arms here on the center instead of a crown here. So just remember that for Liechtenstein we have the golden crown here on the upper left corner, okay? So for clicking on Liechtenstein, as I said, it's a tiny country, one of the smallest in the world, and it's between Switzerland and Austria. So we learned that Switzerland is here and Austria is here. So we're gonna focus our attention in this region here. We can actually see a lake here, okay? This is I think it's the Bessie Lake or something like that. I don't know exactly how to pronunciate, but our main reference is this lake here. So what we're gonna do is basically, of course I'm gonna show you guys how to no zoom this, but also zooming, okay? So basically what we have to do is put our cursor, and we're gonna be covering the right side of the lake completely, something like this. So the top of our cursor is covering the right side of the lake completely. Okay, so we have this lighter section here of green among the dark here, which we know it represents the mountains. So we have a lot of dark green here, but we have this lighter green section here, okay? So we're gonna do that movement, curving the right side of the lake completely and staying basically on top of the light green section here. So basically around here. Okay, so I'm not sure if this pin will get me Liechtenstein. It's again, it's also a high risk, low reward here. It's not 100% sure that you're gonna get it unless you practice and practice. Then you will learn how to perfectly align your cursor. Okay, but just keep in mind the movement you need to make. So step one is covering the right side of the lake completely with the top of our cursor, and staying on top of the light, the middle of your cursor needs to stay on top of the lighter green section here. Okay, so around here. So now I'm gonna zoom here to see if this pin will get me Liechtenstein, but if not, or if it is, I'm gonna show you guys regardless how to click on it with the zoom. Okay, so let's zoom here. Okay, so this pin would actually get me Switzerland, because Liechtenstein is right off this river here, which is actually the famous Rhine River. Okay, so here this pin is gonna get me Liechtenstein. Okay, so everything here left of the river is gonna be Switzerland, and if we get far away from this area here, here is already Austria. Okay, so you just need to focus on zooming below the lake here, and looking at the river here, which is actually pretty thin, this section of the Rhine, and look for this pattern here of curves. It's pretty distinguished compared to the ones we have here and here. So just look for this pattern here, a lot of curves. Okay, so clicking around here, it's gonna get us Liechtenstein. Basically this triangle here is the border for Liechtenstein. So don't click beyond this other river here. Okay, so yeah, just stay near the river here and click the right side of it, not here on the left, and don't go too much far, because Liechtenstein, it's not a big country. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom out again so you guys can see that I was saying. So the pin is really right on top of the light green section here, as you can see. So that's the movement you guys need to make. Cover the right side of the lake and stay right on top of the light green section here. Okay, so I'm gonna guess here, so you can see it more clearly. There we go. See, it's a pretty tiny country between Switzerland and Austria, and as I said, that pattern of the river follows the border of Liechtenstein, and it ends here on this tighter curve. Okay, and also that other river I was showing you guys, this triangle here for formation. Okay, so you can I think it's worth it to learn how to no zoom this, because it's possible and not too risky compared to some other countries like Vatican and San Marino. But yes, that's how you zoom it. It is possible to do under the 2.5 seconds for standard full score threshold, and maybe not for no labels, no borders, because you actually need to kind of get close to see the river pattern, because it's pretty thin here on this region. But yeah, it's a matter of practice. You will get used to it, and maybe learn how to no zoom. And here we can see more clearly that we have to be covering the right side of the lake here, and even kind of beyond the right side here. Okay, so let's do a test here. We can't see the lake with the labels and stuff, but yeah, that's you guys just need to follow that step that I showed on the beginning, and for no zooming, and for zooming, just look for the river and the pattern, and remember to click right of the river and don't go too much far. Next we have Italy, and for the flag we have this famous vertical tri-band pattern here. We have the green on the left, the white on the middle, and the red on the right. So it's one of the most known flags in the world. We have no symbols, no stars, no coat of arms, anything. just the vertical tri-band here with this pattern. So for clicking on Italy, we have a nice territory to click. So we just learned that this region here, we have Switzerland, Austria, and Liechtenstein. So here we have a bunch of mountains, and south of this line here, clicking around here, it's already Italian territory. So clicking here, it's gonna get us Italy. Around here we have some country extension as well. But of course, all of this boot shape here, the famous boot shape, is Italy. So clicking everywhere here is gonna get us Italy pretty easily. We have also this island here, which is Sicily, a state of Italy. Of course, clicking here also counts for Italy. And this island here, it's also Italy. As we learned, this island here is Corsica. It belongs to France, so don't click here. We're gonna get France by clicking here. So if you wanna hit Italy by clicking on this region here, hit the South Island, which is Sardinia, and you're gonna get Italy. So we have plenty of options here to click. I like to click here on Sicily because the cursor, the standard position, we usually leave our cursor here around this region at the start of each round, and it's easy just to move a bit and hit Sicily here. We have a couple of tiny islands here between Italy and the coast of Africa here, starting around here. Here is Tunisia. So yeah, clicking around here, it's also gonna get you Italy, but we usually don't click here, but I just wanted to give you guys the info. So yeah, I'm gonna click here on Sicily because it's the place, the spot I like to click, and then I'm gonna guess. There we go, we got it. As I said, we have the mountain line here. South of the line is gonna be Italy, Italian territory. So only the South Island here, the Sardinia, belongs to Italy. The North one is belongs to France, and here we have Sicily. Of course, stay within the land here. We have Malta here. We're gonna see it pretty soon. So if you hit here on the ocean, you might hit Malta. And we have two countries here within the Italian territory, which is Vatican and San Marino. But they are pretty small. It's hard to hit them while I try to click Italy. But yeah, just to let you guys know, we're gonna learn how to click on them next. But yeah. So within Italy's territory, we have a country called San Marino. And here's the flag for the country. We have a white band on top and the light blue one on the bottom. And here is the coat of arms of San Marino. The pretty beautiful one. We have this crown up here, the three towers, the branches and everything. Pretty nice coat of arms. So for clicking on San Marino, it's the fifth smallest country in the world, without considering, of course, the dependencies. And yeah, it's pretty hard to click on it. It is doable with no zoom, but it's pretty risky because the country is completely surrounded by Italy. It has no coast, unlike Monaco that we could use the coast to click on it, because it's a coastal country. But for San Marino, that's completely the opposite. It's completely surrounded by Italy, and we can't use that ocean help. So if you want to practice your no zoom clicking, you have to line up your cursor on this coast, like here. Okay, San Marino is right here. Okay, so excuse me, no, okay, it's not showing. Okay, so if you want to click with no zoom on it, you have to line up your cursor right here. Okay, see if you're in this line here that I'm showing to you guys, and at the end of this dark green tail here, so basically lining up with the coast here, and at the end of the dark green tail. So This is not a guarantee, and I'm not gonna guess here, but the process of no zooming is this, okay, lining up with this coast here and going to the end of this dark green tail. So you will have to practice, okay. Again, it's a high risk, low reward trying to no zoom this. So my advice is zooming and get your points, okay? So I'm gonna zoom here so we can learn to click to identify the country on the map here. So let's see if my, yeah, it's pretty off. So it's just a matter of practice. So you wanna zoom in this region. Let me move my pen away from it, from here. So you wanna zoom in this region here of Italy. As you can see, we have this the coast kind of gets into the country here, okay. It's this area, this region here, that the sea goes a little deeper. As you can see, have this little, let's say it's a pool, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And we have this river here, we have this city, I forgot the name of this city here, but we have this river, as you can see, and we have these gray stains here that is actually San Marino. So everything here is San Marino. It's, again, it's a small country, so don't go too much around here. So you can click right here in the middle of this group of gray stains. Every time you see gray stains, it's a city, okay? So yeah, this group here of gray stains is San Marino. And again, just zoom and get your points. You're gonna be fine. I'm gonna guess here, and you guys will see that we will get San Marino. There we go. See those gray stains? Those gray stains will be actually very helpful for us to click on the next country. I'm gonna explain it a little bit better. So there you go. It's Rimini, that city on the coast. So like I said, we have nowhere to click outside of the actual country. We can't click like here on the ocean. It's gonna count for Italy, not like Monaco, that we could use the ocean around here and it counts for it. So for San Marino, you have to click right on the area of the country. Again, if you want to know zoom, just practice that lining up with this coast here, and at the end of the dark green tail, of course it stands here, but from the standard zoom we can only see till there. As you can see, yeah, you can see it's right at the end of the dark green tail. Yeah, so you can practice if you want, but again, it's high risk, low reward, because you're gonna use some time to line up perfectly, and it's not a guarantee that you will get it. Maybe, I don't know, if you're playing with only one life, you're gonna lose a round completely. So yeah, it's high risk, low reward. My advice, zoom and get the country. So here we have the Vatican flag. Vatican has not regular flag measures, it's kind of a square, not a rectangle. It has yellow on the left and white on the right. And here is the coat of arms of the country. So let's learn to click on Vatican, and you might think we need to zoom to click in Vatican, and you're actually absolutely right, because Vatican is the only country, nation, etc. in the world that requires zooming. It's impossible to hit it with no zoom. Maybe like in 1 in a million chances you might hit it, but it's not worth it. Just zoom and get your points, okay? And when I say the only one that demands zoom, of course, it's among the flags we have here in the game. Of course, we have a bunch of other small nations, but they're unfortunately not in the game yet. So for Vatican, Vatican is basically inside of Italy and more specifically Rome. So we're gonna zoom in this region here of Italy, and this bunch of gray stains here, gray area is Rome. Every time you see this gray regions, it's a city, and on big cities we're gonna see it very easily. For example, here is Napoli, and here is we're gonna have Rome. So to identify Vatican, we're of course get close to Rome. This zoom level here is enough. We don't need to zoom too much. Let's save some time and get more points. So our main, we have two main references to identify Vatican, and we can do it from this far already. So we're gonna focus our attention in this section of the river here. It's kind of a knee-shaped curve around here, pointing to the west, and so Vatican is around here, and Vatican is basically this L-shaped building. As you can see here, we have this L-shaped building. I'm gonna click here, and I'm gonna zoom a little bit more so you guys can see the shape of the building more clearly. So as you can see, it's L-shaped. Of course, we have the other stuff of Vatican here. I think this is a church or something. So let's guess, and you guys will be able to see that we actually got Vatican, the smallest country in the world. There we go. So not much to work with here. We have to zoom. Impossible to hit it with no zoom. So. But also, like I said, no need to zoom all the way. You just need to be able to see the river, this pattern here, this knee thing pointing to the west, and the L-shaped building. So you can click on it, and you get Vatican. You can maybe click on the building or left of it. Of course, not too much to the left, because the country is super small. Not much room to the right of the building here, as you can see. It's already gonna be Italy. So yeah, that's how you click Vatican within no labels, no borders. Now you guys know. Next we have Malta, and for the flag we have two vertical bands, white on the left and red on the right, and here on the upper left corner we have the George cross. Okay, so Malta is an island country that is located south of Italy, more specifically south of Sicily, which is this island here, a state of Italy. So all we have to do is click south of Sicily around this region here. So yeah, this pin is gonna get us Malta. The hitbox is generous. We can click more around here as well. Yeah, I think this is the farthest point we can click, and a little bit around here as well. But don't go clicking much on this region here, because we have some smaller islands here that belongs to Italy, and if you click around here, it's gonna count for Italy. So for clicking on Malta, just focus on clicking on this region here south of Sicily, between Italy and Libya coast here. Okay, so let's click here and guess. There we go, we got it. So like I said, south of Sicily, we have two islands here from Malta, and these are the islands I was talking about. They belong to Italy. So if you click around here, you're gonna get Italy and not Malta. Now we're going to be taking a look at the countries at the north of Europe, and here we have Norway. And for the flag, we have the red background with the Nordic cross. The cross is blue and has a white outline. So yeah, just remember the red background with the blue Nordic cross and the white outline. So for clicking on Norway, we're gonna be focus our attention around here. So Norway is basically all of this extension here. The coast of Norway goes until here. So yeah, all of the coast here is Norway. So clicking all around here is gonna get us Norway nice and easily. And if you wanna click here on the coast, focus on clicking on the coast, not too much into the continent, because here is already Sweden and Finland. So yeah, the country territory around here is pretty narrow, so we don't have much extension into here, but the largest portion of the country and the main one is around here. So clicking here is gonna get us Norway pretty easily. We have the capital Oslo right here, and we have a little bit of territory after this section here on the ocean. So clicking around here would still be Norway, but it's risky because the border between Norway and Sweden is around here, so I don't advise you guys to click here. The safest place to click and the easiest one, it's the less time consuming, it's here on this mid section. So yeah, let's guess here. There we go, we got it. As I said, all of the coast here is Norway until around here. Of course, we have a little bit around here, but we can clearly see more clearly the brittle section here of the coast. It's easy to see without the borders. But yeah, just focus on clicking around here to get an easy guess on Norway. So now for Sweden, we of course have the Nordic cross with the blue black background, and the cross is yellow, no outline, just plain. So very simple flag, well known. And to click on Sweden, it's a big country, it's right next to Norway. We have all of this region here to click. Usually we click south of the country where the main cities are, and it's actually easier. We can see more of the divisions of the country. Up here we kinda get a little lost. We might click Norway. So yeah, the safest area to click is down here among these lakes and stuff. So let's guess. See, of course we have way more area up here, but again, since we can see the borders, it's safer to click here. We also have these islands here that also counts for Sweden. Of course, don't click down here because it's Denmark, and this island here is Åland, so don't click here. It's not going to count for Sweden, and that's it. Next we have Finland, and for the flag, once again we have the Nordic cross with now on blue and the white field. So again, the Nordic cross has no borders or anything, it's just the blue. So for clicking in Finland, it's now this portion here. So clicking here, it's gonna get us Finland pretty easily. And just like Sweden, we usually click here on the southern part of the country because up here we have the borders and stuff, and it's easy to misclick. The border, the Finland borders Russia here, so the border between Finland and Russia is around here on these lake lines. So focus on staying left of this line here to not misclick on Russia. But yeah, just focus on hitting here on the south part of the country to get a safe guess and not misclick. So let's guess here. There we go, we got it. So hitting the south part of the country is the safest. We have more here, but again, we don't want to misclick here on Sweden or Norway or Russia. Next we have the Åland flag. Åland flag consists of a blue-black background, of course the Nordic cross again, the yellow outline and the red cross. So let's learn where to click on Åland. Åland is simply this island here between Sweden and Finland. So click here and you're gonna get it. You can also click around here between the island and Finland. It's also gonna get you Åland. Just don't click between the island and Sweden because it's gonna get you Sweden most likely. So yeah, let's just click on the island and there you go. Yeah, these little islands here they count for Åland as well, but I advise you to click on the main section here, not to avoid some weird misclick. I don't know, it's hard to say which island belongs to which country here. So yeah, click on the island to avoid any misclicks with Finland. Next we have Denmark, and for the flag we once again have the Nordic cross, but this time on white and the red background. Nordic cross has no outlines or anything, it's just plain white and the red background. So for clicking on Denmark, our attention is going to be focused here. So Denmark is all of this extinction here, all of these islands here is Denmark. Also this one here, it's Danish Denmark, of course, territory. So it's safe to click everywhere on here, on this part. Be aware of clicking around this region here because here is the border between Denmark and Germany. So I don't advise you guys to click around here because you might hit Germany. This base portion here is German territory. So yeah, click around here and you're gonna be safe. Of course, avoid clicking here on the ocean because it's easy to get a hitbox for Norway or Sweden, and we don't want to do that. And yeah, obviously don't clicking on Greenland doesn't work because, as we learned, we have a flag for Greenland. And yeah, for Denmark is just this region here, the islands, and also this one here. So let's guess. See, I clicked here and it worked. It's count for Denmark and all this main region here as well. So next we have Estonia, and for the flag of Estonia we have a tri-band horizontally. We have a light blue here on top with the black on the middle and white on the bottom. Pretty nice flag, nice color pattern in my opinion, and it's actually represents Estonian landscape because we actually have forests that look like this on the winter. So we have the blue sky and the woods actually look like this black stripe here, and the white soil. It's pretty nice. I think you guys should look up Estonian landscape. You guys will know what I'm talking about. It's beautiful. It looks like the forest there. Okay, so for clicking on Estonia we're gonna focus our attention here. Okay, so it's part of the Baltic countries. Okay, so Estonia is this first one here. We have Estonia, Latvia, and then Lithuania. We're gonna be seeing the sequence now. So for Estonia, we can click here on this top section. We have this lake here that marks the border between Estonia and Russia. So don't click beyond the lake here because here is Russian territory. Also, these two islands here, they count for Estonia as well. And don't go beyond this line here. So we have this lake kinda. So don't go beyond the line of this lower lake here, okay, because you're gonna hit Latvian territory. Okay, so let's click here and guess. There we go, we got it pretty easily, pretty easy to click. The two islands also count for it. As I said, we have this lower lake section of the lake here, so don't go much beyond it. The border is actually not straight, as we have some inconsistencies here, so it's not a nice pattern that we can differentiate. But yeah, just focus on clicking on this top region here, maybe near the coast, and also don't go beyond the lake line, because here is Russia. So we have Latvia. For the Latvian flag, we have this carmine red background with a white stripe on the middle, and that's it for the flag. Very simple, very unique, not much to mix it with. No other flag on the world to mix it with. And for clicking on Latvia, we're going to focus our attention around here. We have this bay area here that where you can use to click on Latvia. Right here is Riga, the capital of Latvia. So clicking here, it's gonna get us the country very easily. You can also click on this big part here. The country extension is kinda horizontally around here, so don't go too much to the north or to the south. So focus on staying on this line here, on the bay or on this peak here, and you're gonna be safe. See, very easily to click. We kinda have a nice area here to click. Not too much to the south, not to hit Lithuania, and not too much to the north, not to hit Estonia. And that's it for Latvia. Next we have Lithuania. And for the flag, just like Estonia and Latvia, we have a horizontal triband with no coat of arms or other symbols. And for the Lithuanian one, we have yellow on top, green on the middle, and red on the bottom. So for clicking on Lithuania, it's the same Baltic region. We can see here we have this darker green stain, this portion here. So if we locate this and click above it, we're gonna hit Lithuania, and the game okay, so yeah, after a couple seconds the pin was placed. Yeah, so this pin here is gonna get us Lithuania. Don't click south of this dark green line here, because you're gonna hit Belarus. And also this bay here, it's on this side it's Poland, and on this right side here is Kaliningrad, which is Russian territory. So if you click here, it's gonna count for Russia. And so yeah, just focus on clicking above of this dark green line here, and you're gonna be safe. Lithuania has a little bit of coast here, but it's not too big, so I advise you guys to focus on clicking on the center of the territory for Lithuania. So let's guess here. There we go, we basically hit the middle of the country. As I said, that dark green line is this one here. If you click below it, you're gonna hit other countries, and the whole line it's not located on Lithuania, so that's why I told you guys to click above it, not even on it, because you might click somewhere on Poland or Belarus territory. And there it is, Kaliningrad, that counts for Russia. So focus on clicking straight above of the dark green line, and it will be okay. Next we have Belarus, and for the flag we have a horizontal double band with a red here on the top and green below, with the red one being larger than the green one. And here on the left of the flag we have this nice white ornamental pattern here. So this is the flag for Belarus. We're clicking on the country. We just learned that this dark green line here, it's a nice reference for Lithuania. So clicking above it, it's gonna get us Lithuania, and clicking below it, it's gonna get us Belarus. So yeah, this pin here is gonna get us Belarus, and of course click below it, but going towards the right here, because if you click left, you're gonna hit Poland. So yeah, we have a lot of dark green points here, lines and dots. So everywhere around here it's is Belarus. You can use that as your reference. We have this river here. All of the extinction of this river is Ukraine, so of course don't click here. But if you go above the river line here, it's still Belarus. So yeah, just focus on staying on this this midsection here. Don't go too much around it because the country has a nice territory, but not as much as other ones. But yeah, just focus on staying on this region here where we have this amount of dark green spots here. Okay, so let's guess. There we go, we got it. So right below that green line, dark green line, and above the river path here. Next we have Ukraine, and for the flag we have a bicolor horizontal band here with the blue on top and yellow below, with no coat of arms, no other symbols. So here's the flag for Ukraine. For clicking on Ukraine, we're going to be focusing our attention here north of the Black Sea, which is this sea here. So clicking here is going to get us Ukraine, but the country is big, so we have more extension around here. All of this river here is Ukraine, so clicking everywhere here on this river way here, this river path, is going to get us Ukraine territory. This is a peninsula, it's Crimea, belonging to Ukraine of course, but here we have a strait, as you can see. If you click east of the strait, it's this region here is Russia, so don't click here, you're not gonna get Ukraine. You can either click here on Crimea or on this river extension. Okay, we have a little bit more to the of the country around this way here. It's a horizontal extension, but it's better to stay within our references. The peninsula here and the river, all of the river extension here is Ukraine. So let's guess. There we go, we hit it. So yeah, the country is big, but it's safer to stay within our references here to avoid any misclicks. Next we have Poland, and for the flag we have a bicolor horizontal band with white on top and red on the bottom. And as I said, for the Monaco flag, Poland is the most distinct one among the trio of Monaco, Poland and Indonesia, because Poland is the only one with the white band on top. For Monaco and Indonesia we have red on top and white below. So if you see the bicolor horizontal bands with red and white, and the white is on top, just know that it's Poland. So for clicking on Poland, we're going to focus our attention here. As I mentioned previously, we have this bay here. This left side of the bay is Poland, and the right one is Kaliningrad, of course, belonging to Russia. So clicking here, you can click here on the side of the bay, but it's better to click here on the midsection of the country. You have a nice extension around here. It's kind of a square, let's say, not, of course, not perfect square, but yeah, just clicking here, just locating the bay and clicking below its line on this midsection, it's gonna get us Poland, mostly on this light green section, because the other dark portions here, it's references for other countries, so it's better to stay on the light green section here to not go beyond its territory. So let's guess here. There we go, we got it. We hit place kind of free of risks of misclicking because we are way deep into the territory. And yeah, the bay, it's a nice references for us to locate the line here of the country and not misclick around it. Next we have Czech Republic, and for the flag we have the blue triangle here on the left and a double horizontal band with white on top and red on the bottom. And for clicking on Czech Republic, remember when we were taking a look at Germany, I said that this dark green line here, this curve, marks the border between Germany and Czech Republic. So for that one, I told you guys to click left for hitting Germany. So now we just have to do the opposite. We're gonna click inside the line here. So if we hit a pen here, this is gonna get us Czech Republic pretty easily. So yeah, all you have to do is stay inside of this dark green circle here, and you're gonna be completely fine. So let's guess. There you go. Of course, we have a little bit more of country extension here, but our main reference is that dark green arch here. So just focus on staying inside of it and don't go too far. Next we have Slovakia, and for the flag we have a horizontal triband with white, blue and red, and here dislocated to the left we have the coat of arms for the country of Slovakia. So for clicking on Slovakia, we're going to be focusing our attention around here. So we just learned that Czechia is there, so our main reference is going to be this tail here for Slovakia, but mainly on this end here where we have this more concentrated dark green portion. Okay, so basically all we have to do is clicking on it. So if we click here, okay, my game is not clicking for some reason. It's processing. Wow, what happened? Okay, so after 100 seconds we got a pen. So yeah, just all we have to do is click on this darker green portion here. So yeah, clicking there is gonna get us Slovakia. So just focus on clicking on the dark green portion on this specific one here. Don't go north or south of it because the country extension is kinda horizontally and not north to not vertically. Okay, so let's guess here. There we go. We basically hit the middle of the country, going dislocated to the north. Of course, we have more to the country beyond the dark green concentration here, especially to the west and east, but just focus on clicking on the dark green portion to avoid any misclicks. We have a similar flag, have another country with a similar flag, which is Slovenia, and I'm gonna show you guys next. So now for the Slovenia flag, it's the same pattern as the Slovakia one, white, blue and red. The color tones are different, but the main difference is the crest. Slovakia one is way bigger and it's located in the middle here, and Slovenia one it's kind of smaller and a little bit going up, so kind of dislocated. So that's the main difference. Focus on this. Okay, so for clicking on Slovakia or excuse me, Slovenia, it's not that big of a country. It's located like up here. This tip here is Croatia, so focus on clicking like above it. Not too much to the north because you're gonna hit Austria. Not too much close to this tip here because you might gonna hit Croatia, and not too much to the west because it's Italy. Okay, so let's guess. See, I almost hit Italy, but yeah, just focus and click above it, above the tip. Maybe going leaning towards the right here, and you're gonna be fine. Not that big of a country, so be careful. So next we have Hungary, and for the flag we have a horizontal triband with red on top, white on the middle, and green on the lower section. With darker shades, we have darker shade of red, and also on the green one. So it's similar to the Bulgaria flag, but I'm gonna show you guys Bulgaria next, and we're gonna be able to see the difference pretty clearly, because we have different. It's also the horizontal triband, but we have the same colors, but on a different sequence, and also on different shades. Okay, so just remember the sequence here and the darker shades for Hungary. So for clicking on Hungary, we learned that Slovakia is this darker section here of green, the end of the tail here. So clicking here, we're gonna get Slovakia. So for Hungary, we're gonna focus on clicking south of this darker region here. So we're gonna hit the light green area, and we're gonna simply get Hungary. Easy as that. Okay. Hungary has a nice territory. It's not too big, but not also not too small. So we have a little bit of room to work with here, but just for no clicking on no labels, no borders, focus on clicking south of the darker section of this darker section here, and you're gonna hit it pretty easy. So let's guess here. There we go, we hit it with ease, and we hit like near the capital, north of the country. As I said, we have a nice territory here, but focus on clicking right below the darker section here, and you're gonna hit Hungary. So next we have Bulgaria, and for the flag it's a horizontal triband with the white on top, the green in the middle, and the red on the lower section of the flag. So plain flag, no coat of arms, no stars, anything, just the triband of on this color sequence here. So for clicking on Bulgaria, we're gonna focus our attention around here. As you can see, we have this darker green section here, so you basically can click everywhere near this section of the dark green, and you're gonna get it. We have a little bit of room above it and below, so but don't go too far from this, not too much north, not too much to the south. The coast down here is not Bulgaria, it's Greece here and Turkey here, so don't click on this coast here. Of course we have the Bulgarian coast here on the Black Sea, but just focus on clicking on maybe on the dark green area, or maybe a little bit below it or above, and it's gonna be alright. So let's guess. You can see the country is okay on size, not too small, not too big, and yeah, as you can see the darker region here, it's almost everything Bulgaria, so clicking here it's gonna get you the country. So now we have Croatia, and for the flag we have the horizontal triband consisting of red, white and blue colors, and here on the center is the Croatian coat of arms. So that's it for the flag. And to click Croatia, we have a pretty generous coast here, so we have a nice extension here to click. Also this tip here, this bay, also counts for Croatia. So clicking all along here, of course, focus on clicking right on the coast, because we don't have much of territory extending into the country, into the continent. So yeah, focus on clicking around the coast here. Of course not down here, because it's already gonna be Montenegro. Of course we have some country extension like here, where actually the capital is, but the safest place to click is around the coastal area and also on this bay here. So let's guess here. See, it's of course always staying near the coast. As you can see, we don't have much to work with here, and here's the other part of the country extension, but I advise you to click around this coastal area here, staying close to this upper part near maybe near the bay here. And yeah, that's it for Croatia. Next we have Bosnia and Herzegovina, and for the flag we have this pretty unique one here, with the blue field as a background, and we have this yellow triangle kinda dividing the flag, not perfectly, but it creates a division. And we have 2 half stars here and 7 full stars going top to bottom of the flag diagonally. And that's it for the flag. It's a pretty nice one. It's kinda asymmetrical. So for clicking on Bosnia, we just learned that Croatia has a pretty nice coast here, pretty long one, but it doesn't extend much into the continent because we have Bosnia on its way. So for clicking on Bosnia, focus on getting a little bit into the continent here. The Croatia coast is not too big on the meanings of extending too much into the continent, so you don't need to go very far here. Just this tiny bit is enough. Okay, so we have some regions here to click, but just focus on clicking kinda near the coast, but taking some distance from the coast, but not too much, and you're gonna hit it. So let's guess here. There we go. I actually hit the northwest region of the country. You could go a little bit to the south here, and yeah, that's it. We don't have much references. Just keep on your mind to get some distance from the coast here of Croatia, and you're gonna hit Bosnia pretty easily. So you can hit on this region here that I clicked, or maybe I think it's a better call to go to the south here. So whatever region you feel more comfortable with, you can click. Next we have Montenegro, and for the flag we have a red field surrounded by a golden border, and here on the center we have the coat of arms for Montenegro, which is a double-headed golden eagle. We have a crown here as well. So for clicking on Montenegro, we're going to be focusing our attention around here. So here we can see we have a little dot here, a little spot. It's a lake. So all we have to do is basically click above the lake. Montenegro is not a big country, so don't extend much. We don't have much space to work with. So just click above the lake and next to it, and you're gonna hit Montenegro. So it's basically the end of the coast here before this curve, but don't click on the curve because it's gonna be Albanian territory. So yeah, our main goal here is clicking right above of the lake here, and we're gonna hit Montenegro pretty easily. So guessing, there it is. So like I said, the coast of Montenegro, it's not all of doesn't go all the way into the curve here. Albania coast starts here, and we need to click north of the lake, pretty straight north line here, because the lake belongs to Montenegro and Albania. So clicking on the lake, it's not 100% safe. So yeah, and of course we don't have much extension here, so just focus on clicking above the lake and near to it. Next we have Albania, and for the flag we have a red field, and here on the center we have a double-headed eagle in black. So just like Montenegro, we have a double-headed eagle, but for Montenegro it's the golden one. And here for the Albanian flag we don't have any borders here, so it's just the plain red field and the double-headed eagles in black. Okay, so for clicking on Albania, we just learned that Montenegro is here. We have that lake that we can see a bit. So for clicking on Albania, it's gonna be south of the lake instead of north, and the country is way bigger than Montenegro. So all of this straight coast here going, this vertical coast here is Albania, and a little bit after this curve here it's still Albania, but not for long, because here we already have Greece. So just focus on clicking here on this vertical coast and near of it, because the country extension is more vertical than horizontally. So yeah, clicking around here is gonna get you Albania pretty easily. So let's click here and guess. There you go. So all of the vertical coast here is Albania, and a little bit after the curve as well. But we're gonna focus on clicking on the vertical area here. Of course, we have a little bit of country extension here east of the lake, but for not to not get any risks, we wanna focus on clicking on the vertical coast side here. So next we have Greece, and for the Greece flag we have 9 stripes here horizontally, alternating between this blue and white, and here on the upper left corner we have the Greek cross. So that's the flag, and to click on Greece we have plenty of space to work with here. Just gonna focus on our attention here. The country is basically all around this region here. Here is Crete, I think that's how we pronunciate that. Crete Island, that is, it's still Greece. We have the coast of Greece extends all the way to here, but yeah, the main section of the country is around here, so that's where I advise you guys to click. Maybe clicking here in the middle as well if you want, or maybe in Crete Island. So let's guess here, and that's it. We have, as I said, we have the coast extending all the way to here, but the safer area to click is around here for Greece. Next we have North Macedonia, and for the flag we have the red field, and here we have a nice representation of the sun. So of course we have the yellow circle here on the center, and we have 8 rays surrounding it. So this is a flag, pretty nice one. So for clicking on North Macedonia, we have these 2 white stains here, white spots. They are our main reference for North Macedonia. So if we click here within them, so around here, we're gonna get North Macedonia nice and easy. The country is not big, so don't click around the main region here. You can click on the spots on the white stains here. It's still North Macedonia here. So yeah, but I like to click here on within them. So to not to avoid any misclicks, we basically hit the center of the country here, and don't go too much below this line here, because you're gonna hit Greece obviously. So let's guess. There we go. So these here are the white spots. Like I said, the vertical one, it's still it has an extension into the Greece territory here. So it's I advise you guys to stay close to the stains here. Don't go much around them to not hit the other countries around it. So yeah, that's it for North Macedonia. So next we have Kosovo, and for the flag is the blue background. Here is the map of Kosovo in gold, in this golden color, and here we have a arc of 6 white stars. So yeah, this is the flag. Just remember the map of Kosovo, that this is the depiction of the country, the whole country, and the arc of 6 white stars. For clicking on Kosovo, we're gonna use the North Macedonia reference, which is those white stains here. and specifically this left vertical one here. As you can see, we have the two, and we're gonna use the left vertical one. So for clicking on the Kosovo, we're gonna place our cross straight north from this white stain here. As you can see, the south tip of the cross is meeting with the north of the white stain. So if I click here, I'm gonna get Kosovo. With this pin, we're actually hitting the east of the country, so we kinda can go a little bit more to the left of the stain here, and we're still gonna hit the country. So let's click here and guess. See, we hit the east portion of the country. As you can see, it's like straight up from the white stain. And yeah, if you want, you can do that same alignment north of the white stain, but you can go a little bit to the left. But the country is not too big. It's kind of small actually, and so you don't go clicking much around it. And of course, don't click much to the right, and yeah, just forget right of the stain here. Don't click on this region, because you're gonna hit Serbia. Next we have Serbia. So Serbia flag has 3 stripes: red, blue and white, and part of the coat of arms of the country. So to click Serbia, we're gonna focus our attention in this region here. So basically the main reference that I like to use is look for this tail here, and it's basically right after the end of the tail. So if we click here, this is gonna get us Serbia. The territory, it's not too small like the countries that we saw earlier, like Kosovo, Montenegro and North Macedonia. So it's kind of big, and we have more space to click here and up here also, but the safer guess is around this region here. At the end of this tail, we kind of hit the middle of the country. So let's guess. See, we basically hit the center of the country almost perfectly. So yeah, we kind of have a little more territory here and south, but the safer guess is after the end of this tail here, we're gonna find Serbia. So here we have the Romanian flag, and for the flag it's a very simple one. It's the vertical triband of blue on the left, yellow on the middle and red on the right. If you know the Chad flag, you know that it's a easy mix, because they kind of have an identical flag, but for Chad we have more darker shades. It's the same colors on the same sequence and everything, but the shades are darker on Chad. And as you can see here, we have a more light blue here. It's the blue shade is the main, thing we want to look at to differentiate these two flags. And it's just a matter of getting used to it. When you start playing, you will start to notice the difference between them right away. You lock your eyes on the flag and you know which is which right away. Okay, so just remember, for Romania we have a lighter tones of the colors, and for Chad is darker ones. So for clicking on Romania, we're gonna focus our attention around here. It's a kind of big country. Again, our reference is this dark green tail, and now we're gonna focus our attention on this tip here and this kind of peak. And just click around here and you will be fine. Romania has a little bit of coast here on the Black Sea, but my recommendation is just click on this region here of the dark green tail and you will be fine. So let's guess. Yeah, as you can see, the country it's a big one compared to the other ones that we were seeing. And as you can see, that all of this peak here of the dark green tail, it's Romania, and like I said, the coast here is not too big, so I don't recommend clicking around this region. Just click on the middle of the country, which is the right on the peak of the dark green tail, and that's it. So next we have Moldova. For the flag, is basically the Romanian flag with the coat of arms on the center. Uh, Sometimes we can mix it with Andorra flag, because Andorra flag also it's the same pattern here and with the coat of arms. But for the coat of arms of Moldova, it's the eagle, and just remember that it's the main difference between the Andorra flag. So to click on Moldova, we're gonna focus our attention around here. We just learned that for Romania we have to fix our attention on this curve here on the tail. So for Moldova, we can actually see a river here. I'm gonna take the cursor off so you guys can lock your eyes here and see there's a river. It's kinda small, kinda hard to see, but he's there. So just click left of the river and you're gonna get Moldova very easily. Moldova doesn't have a coast here, so don't click here because it's not Moldova. And yeah, just focus on clicking left of the river and close to it. Of course, Moldova it's not that big. So let's guess here. There we go, we got it. That's the river how we were looking at. It's very small, but we can see from that far. And again, no coast here. Here is Ukraine also. So yeah, for clicking on Moldova, just focus on left of the river near the curve of the tail for Romania, this region. This is the Turkey flag. Most people know this one. Red background with the moon and the star, white. Um, it's very easy to confuse this with Tunisia flag, but the difference is that Tunisia has the moon and star here in the center, more centered, and they are smaller, and they are in this white circle. For Turkey, we don't have any white circle, it's just the big moon and star and red background. So Turkey, it's pretty big country. Starting here, we have Istanbul right here, and then it goes all the way to this extension south of the Black Sea. So anywhere here we click, it's gonna get us Turkey. Don't click on these islands here because they might count for Greece, so be aware of that. And also don't go much left of this region, because this coast here, as we saw, is Greece. Up here we have Bulgaria already. So yeah, focus on clicking in this mid region here. Pretty plenty of room to work with. And the borders here with Iraq and Syria, uh, just avoid going too south and too much to the east. This lake here is to Turkey. Don't go too much beyond this lake because you're gonna hit Iraq, Iran, and etc. So let's guess. See, the lake marks basically the end of the country, and we have plenty of room here as we speak. We have Greece coast here and Bulgaria right here, so don't go much out of this region. And yeah, my advice is clicking here in this mid region. Our last country for Europe is gonna be Russia. And just like Turkey, Russia has both European territory and Asian, and I decided to put here on the Europe section. For the flag, we have a simple horizontal triband with white on top, blue on the middle, and red on the bottom. So for clicking on Russia, of course, it's the biggest country in the world, but since this is a detailed explanation and tutorial, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of the limits between the countries surrounding Russia. So everywhere here is Russia, all of these islands, everywhere here on this piece of land is all Russia, okay? But regarding the border between Russia and Finland and Norway, it starts kinda here. So if you click beyond this line here, is not gonna be Russia. These lakes here is Russian territory. Then it goes like this. This lakes here marks the border between Russia and the Baltics, so Estonia, Latvia, and then the border goes kind of it's not a straight line. Of course, we learned the other countries here. The border kind of does this curve here, and then go uh, back to the bottom again. All of this river here is all Russia, so it's safe to click here for Russia. Of course, we learned that Ukraine is here. This desert area here, I don't advise you to click here for Russia because it's mostly other countries. These tiny parts here, this north portion of the desert area is Russia, but most of it on the center here is Kazakhstan. Here's Mongolia and stuff. So don't click close to the desert area here to avoid misclicking. This lake here is all Russia. This serves as a good reference between the border of Russia and Mongolia. This lake here belongs to Mongolia, so if you click here, you're gonna get Mongolia, not Russia. Here we have the Koreas, so of course not Russia. This portion here is China territory, so don't click here. This part here on this coast is Russia, so safe to click here. But just just click here in the middle, guys. We have plenty of room to work with here. But yeah, I had to explain a little bit of the border to you guys. I was talking a little bit about this region, but the border ends here because here you have Georgia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan. So yeah, it doesn't have much extension around here. But yeah, focus on clicking on this mid region. You can have a fast flick going up and up right, and it's easy to hit. Even if you hit here, it's not gonna be an issue. You can. It has hitbox on the ocean here between the islands and stuff. So yeah, the biggest hitbox in the game, the biggest country in the world. This portion here as well, and we have more. The country is not completely shown here on my for my 27-inch screen. We have more to the country here east, and a little bit of more islands here on the north, but of course there's no need because you have plenty of land here. So let's guess. There it is, Russia, the biggest country in the world. And yeah, guys. Oh, and of course, I forgot to talk about Kaliningrad here, the exclave. But we spoke a little bit of Kaliningrad when we were learning how to click on Lithuania. Of course, the bay here, the right side of this bay is gonna be Kaliningrad, counting for Russia. So yeah, guys, that's it for the European section of our tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed, learned some new flags maybe, and yeah, we can click without zooming on Monaco, Luxembourg, Andorra, Liechtenstein, and yeah, risky for Vatican and San Marino, but at least we can click on them even with no labels and no borders.